Water scarcity. Water scarcity is a global issue. It traverses boundaries. After this presentation, we'll see that water scarcity affects billions around the world. As humans, water is essential to all of our life processes. Everyone needs water. We're made up of 60% within our body. But there's only so much. Most of the water on Earth is salt water within the oceans, 98%. Some water is frozen on the ice caps and in glaciers. It accounts for about 2.5% of the water. That leaves us about 0.5% of fresh water in lakes, streams, rivers, and it's used for crops, industry, and drinking. This map shows the freshwater aquifers spread out globally: Americas, Asia, even Australia, and Africa. These aquifers cannot replenish naturally due to use. Where's all the water going? So we're using it, but we're using it wisely as we can. But with urbanization and growing wealth, many people adjust habits, and we are seeing rises in consumption of wheat products, rice products, and beef. Beef has the highest cost of water usage to get to your table. This trend is rising and expected to double. Physical scarcity is not having access to water due to drought, climate change, and lack of water sources like rivers and lakes. Economic scarcity of water is caused by a lack of infrastructure and investment and knowledge. The World Health Organization says that 0.007% of water is safe for consumption due to the scarcity of water among the world population. So that's 1.2 billion people suffer from water scarcity all over the world. This map shows the blue region that's suffering from economic scarcity and a red region that's suffering from physical scarcity of water. The scarcity will greatly affect the marginalized and poor people in underdeveloped countries. These people are suffering and dying. There's 663 million people who have no access to safe water. 2.4 billion people are without proper sanitation. Every 19 minutes, a child dies from lack of water. Women around the world spend hours walking with jugs to collect water. In many cases, the water is not safe or sanitary, with waterborne pathogens already in it. Can you imagine living without water? Basic plumbing, your restroom, no laundry machine, no hot water to shower with? Here we are lucky enough to have within 50 feet of this room a water fountain. It's on demand. But it's not all doom and gloom. There's scientists and governments that are working on this issue to achieve sustainable development. The UN General Council set up a panel on the water crisis, which has placed initiatives and agreements in place to help curb the problem. Water for Life was a UN success and got governments working together to push for this water security. And technology is catching up with desalination plants, although they are costly now. Here in Michigan, we have the Great Lakes, and yet we use 77% of our groundwater for our needs. Hopefully after this presentation you don't believe water's a commodity.